Hopefully there's people down there who actually know soccer. So we're just going to head over to the soccer fields over here and ask a few people their opinions on what they think about goal line technology in soccer. So today we're going to be talking about goal line technology and whether it should be used in the game of soccer. In recent past, they've used it in the U20 World Cup as well as the FIFA Club World Cup. Recently, there's been a big push for this technology and them using it. FIFA has actually used it in the U20 World Cup as well as the FIFA Club World Cup, and they've both showed positive results, so it'll be interesting to see if they implement it in the next World Cup, whether or not it'll be effective. Like, I'm doing this informative so that, like, basically it's telling people what the controversy is or what the question at hand is, not whether, I'm not saying that it should be implemented. That's my thoughts, but you know what I'm saying. I'm with my friends here, Sam and Brady. I'm going to ask them a few questions about goal line technology. So fellas, in the past, what prior knowledge do you have on goal line technology, and do you think there's any situations where maybe it could have changed the outcome of the game?
I mean, off the top of my head, there's the World Cup. It was Germany last World Cup. I mean, that's a clear, it'll change the game. I mean, the goal in soccer is the most important part. I mean, you got to get those right.
I agree. It's definitely like a hot button issue right now too, and definitely, it's like the goal is clearly the most important thing.
In the past few months, FIFA's been talking about implementing it into the next World Cup. What are your thoughts on that, and do you think it should be used in the next World Cup?
I absolutely think it should be used in the next World Cup, especially, you know, we're in an age of modern technology. You gotta implement it when you can.
But I think the key is you got to have it quick, like instantaneous. I don't know what, like the ref gets a little signal from above, but because you don't want to slow down the game. I mean, that'll ruin it.
And if they do decide to use it, what impact do you think this technology will have on the game? Like you said, the flow of the game, maybe even the outlook of soccer fans watching the game.
I think people respect the game more. Maybe it'll just keep the integrity of the game.
I got my friends here. I'm going to talk to you about goal line technology. Fellas, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? In the past, have you seen times when you thought it could have been used and changed the game?
Well, I think one of the most notable was probably in the World Cup last year, or a couple years ago, with the England game. It was a goal. I can't remember if it was to tie or what it would have been, but it was clearly about a foot over the line. They called it out, and then England ended up losing the game. So I think that, I mean, on that level of play, it's probably something that's necessary.
Yeah, I think for the game to progress, the technology needs to help in cases where the referee isn't in a situation to make the right calls to affect the game, especially in a stage as big as the World Cup. So.
And we've already seen it at other levels. I think the U20 World Cup has already used it. There's talk about for the next World Cup they're going to implement it. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think they should? And I mean, do you think that it'll have any effect on the game, and what effect will it have?
I think they should, because there aren't really any negative effects of having it. And I mean, it can only do good, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't see it affecting the field of play or any other aspect of the game except for the referee not making the correct call. So I can't see a disadvantage to the technology.
The objective of goal line technology is not to replace the role of the officials, but rather to support them in their decision making. The goal line technology must provide a clear indication as to whether the ball has fully crossed the line, and this information will serve to assist the referee in taking his final decision. With the 2014 Brazil World Cup fast approaching, it will be very interesting to see how this technology is used in the future.